Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Well, today I'm working on a project with my lathe. I've got a Laguna lathe over there. I have a platter that I'm turning. It's made out of Etimo, or at least I think that's how it's pronounced. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know in the comments and I'll clean up my act. So it's all roughed out. It's in pretty good shape. So all I need to do now is go in with my scraper and just give it a light pass. I'm going to take out any of the tool marks, which will save me a ton in sanding. Let me just show you my grinding jig just real quick, and then we'll go over to the wood and see what's going on. This is a 180 grit grinding wheel, and let's get this done. All I'm doing is getting this so I get a little bit of a burr, that cutting edge. And it's super easy to grind these things. Just like that. I'm done. Looks beautiful. You can feel that little burr right there. That's exactly what we want. So let's go over to the lathe and I'll show you what I'm doing. Well, I don't have many tool marks in here. Got just a couple of minor things. Some of this will sand out without any problem at all. But I've got a little spot right here I want to tend to. It's a little lower at the center than right out here. So I'm just going to kind of smooth that out. I think that's going to work out just fine. I'm at 640 RPM, and that's out here. When you're inside here, it's moving much slower. So I'm actually going to bump this up just a hair. Super light passes. I'm making sawdust. I'm really not cutting much wood. One more pass. Okay. Let's see how I did. Oh yeah, much better. Perfect. Well, I'm going to get this thing sanded and I'm going to show you this finish technique. It'll blow your mind, trust me. Well, the bowl's sanded out. It's looking good, but you know what? It's going to look incredible in just a moment. And here's why. So I use a two-step finish, and this is abrasive paste from Skyler Ewing Woodworking. It's a product that I was able to test, about a little over a year ago, and made some suggestions. Skyler made a fantastic product. It's made out of mineral oil, diatomaceous earth, beeswax, and Tripoli. So check this stuff out. It's nice looking stuff. It's got a little bit of grit to it. And what happens is, as I turn this, that grit is going to break down. So it's going to go from like a 600 grit out to about 1100, 1200 grit, something like that. Super easy to apply. Doesn't take a ton of it. I apply it without having the lathe running, and I just smear it around. And it will splatter. I've got some nice little marks on the wall. So now that I've got it on there, I'm going to go ahead and spin this up at 500 RPM. Okay, let's see what happens here. So as you start to work with this material, you can feel the grit. And after a fairly short while, a couple minutes, all of a sudden that grit disappears. It just has broken down. So you're kind of sanding and polishing at the same time. You can see the color came alive, and that's what we want. But the second part of this finish is what's going to be the magic. Once this is thoroughly applied and you've broken down the grit, then you're going to go ahead and wipe it with another clean rag until there's no more residue. And it's real easy to see. Now you could do the abrasive paste twice. I've done that. I found a little spot at kind of an end grain that I wasn't 100% happy with. Okay, I'll bring you back after I wipe this clean, and then I'll show you my second step. Well, doesn't that look nice already? I mean, that is really exceptional. You can see that beautiful flash here, but it's going to get even better. So we're going to apply the Carnauba wood finish and polish next, and I want to show you something. It's important. So you see the discoloration? That just means it's dried out a little bit in the can. Get yourself a little popsicle stick and just clean that off. It's just a tiny layer, so it's not a big deal at all. And a little bit of this stuff goes a long way, which is wonderful. I use it on so many different things. All right. So same routine. I'm going to just get this on my cloth. Got a thumbful. I'm going to spread it around. Doesn't have to be perfect, because it will spread all by itself. And then I'm going to spin this wood at about 1,000 RPM, and I'm looking for friction. So that friction is going to set in the finish in the Carnauba. It's going to melt everything. It's going to be very hot to the touch. Now, you see I'm using a white rag. It's actually an old t-shirt. That's what you want to use. I made a mistake one day. I had some black t-shirts, and I was spinning a maple bowl. When it came down to the finish, I was spreading black pigment onto the maple, and I had to resand it. Definitely no fun to resand. And as you can see, I'm standing away from the bowl. If it let loose for some reason, it's not going to come and smack me. So again, I'm looking for heat. And once I'm all done, I'm going to wipe it down just like you saw before. And then I'm going to let it sit on the lathe for a little bit. I don't want to leave a fingerprint. I want this to cool down. Okay. Let's take a look. Wow. I hope you can see that flash. That is just exceptional. And it's very common in Etimo. That is one beautiful platter. Love it. I had somebody ask me the other day, well, what's the difference between a platter and a bowl? Typically a platter is 2 inches thick or deep or less, and bowls are greater than that. So there you go. Okay, well, I'm going to do the back side, and then I'm going to show you how to finish that back. If you want to give these products a try, in my show notes, I've got a link for you and a coupon code that'll save you some money. You're going to love the products. Well, I've got the bowl flipped, and I put on a different chuck. It's called the Cold Jaws, and great tool. It squeezes the bowl from the outside in, and obviously you can see that I've got this blue cloth towel, and I do that because these rubber bumpers will leave a mark on your finished wood, so always put a barrier between the two. So my other chuck was squeezing from that side. You can see the marks right there. Well, that's all going to get turned off right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish just like you saw before, and this project will be wrapped up. So pretty cool stuff. Hey, thanks for following along. I really appreciate it. If you don't subscribe already, please hit subscribe and hit the bell so you get all my notifications, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.